the longest ever did, this was many moons ago. We did like a 9-day fast. I think I've been competing for 8 years or so. And I felt awesome. I felt great. And the reason I bring this up, not that everyone needs to do this to feel great, is that I was concerned. I'm like, oh shit, like I'm going to freak out because I'm going to lose all this size. And I'm not, and I'm gonna my identity is just crumble before my eyes, and I'm gonna like find out I'm like a total steroid addict, right?
To bring it back about fasting, I mean, I'm fasting myself this week, 5 days, 5.5 days, kind of shut off mTOR and, clean out my intestinal tract.
Not
I do it every 3
fasting,
months.
But 5 days straight fast.
Full fasting. This is day 3. We're now, it's 24, 48, almost 72 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm one of those few bodybuilders that actually fast regularly after watching some material from Dr. Jason Fung. I can highly recommend it. It keeps you young, keeps your intestinal tract healthy, and because we're eating the same food every day, and I take a deload at the same time, so I kind of reset the clock, basically. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm not against fasting in any way, shape, or form, even though watermelon fasting isn't really fasting.
No, I don't.
But yeah, you can. But as you can see from the last, right. As you can see from the last 2 hours, I'm still energetic and excited and cognitive. I'm sure I'm in a deep state of ketosis, so that helps.
Right.
But yeah, this is something I can recommend to everybody. Shut off mTOR for a bit. Mm-hmm. Even though everybody's like, no, I got to eat my protein and I got to have my steroids. And but I think honestly, this is one of the reasons for my success and still looking somewhat youthful. Just coming off and doing fasts and doing basically the entire opposite of what we usually recommend in bodybuilding or fitness in general. Just take a step back and do a complete 180 for a week, and then continue on the same path. It's not that difficult.
I think I did the longest ever did. This was many moons ago. This was in 2007 or so. We did like a 9-day fast.
Oh wow!
And
that's brutal.
I had 2 salads. Like a friend was kind of guiding me through this week. She said, you should have a salad today, but that was basically it.
To prevent enterohepatic recirculation. Yeah.
I think
I do the same thing. I have like 2 salads just to kind of excrete the bile acids.
Yeah,
and to clean out the intestinal tract. Yeah.
And at that time, I think I've been competing for 8 years or so, and I just basically stepped back. I started at one point. I was eating 95% raw food, completely sort of intuitively, basically.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I felt awesome. I felt great. And the reason I bring this up, not that everyone needs to do this to feel great, is that I was concerned. I'm like, oh shit, like I'm going to freak out because I'm going to lose all this size. And I'm not, and I'm gonna my identity is just crumble before my eyes, and I'm gonna like find out I'm like a total steroid addict, right? And many people become dependent. Many people couldn't do that, and I was happy to see that was probably one of the things that was most important about doing that. All the other things that I learned along the way was taking that step back and recognize, like, you know what? Okay, I think I'm all right. I have some idea. I can be almost in that third person perspective that you can't be in. Once you're taking that stuff, you can't rightfully judge the decisions that you're making if the decisions are being if you're drunk on steroids, basically, to some degree.
Exactly.
Right. So
it's funny how taking a step back like that can really put things into perspective. And then when you do go back to the gym, you start training, you realize you barely lost any strength. You lost some fullness, really obviously, some pump. Yeah, I say strong also. Whether I'm fasting off steroids or on steroids. I mean, I do it every month for. Man, the last 6 years, like 2017, I've been doing fasts quarterly. And the results are always the same. Okay, you lose intestinal mass, you lose a lot of weight on the scale, you lose some body fat, then the water retention comes down and you look a lot more streamlined and youthful. And then as a result of that, you feel so accomplished because you did something the entire opposite. And your bodybuilding didn't suffer in any way, shape, or form because the fullness will come back and the strength usually doesn't go away. You're just as strong. If anything, you feel more refreshed because I usually take a week off while I'm fasting, or at least a deload where you just half-fasting it in the gym with 50% volume, 50% weight, and then you go back and you realize you look better, you feel better. I mean, your blood work looks better. I've done blood work like before and after fasts. The amount of metabolic improvements that you get, substantial. Creatinine goes down, creatine phosphokinase, liver enzymes. I mean, electrolytes kind of rebalance itself. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, but you have to do the polar opposite of what we usually talk about, and just not eat and not train.
Yeah.
And nowadays people would rather take DNP and sit at home in the fan to get that same benefit of fat loss.
Yeah.
That's how crazy this fitness industry is.
I know. What you don't realize until you take a step back like that, how hard you're pushing your body, and how much you can't necessarily know how much harm you're doing to yourself too. We can overcome so many things. I've seen this in my decades of training, that you can overtrain or not overtrain, technically speaking, but you can train more than is optimal and still inch forward and make progress, or still recover and come back and keep doing that for years and years and years and decades. And when you take a break like that and you come back stronger, even, it's like, okay, what is going on here, right? How can this possibly be? And it makes you realize how oblivious you are to what could be had if you learn to truly auto-regulate in a way that would bring you forward as best possible. When I did that 9-day fast, I did train, and I wanted to see where my strength was, because I hadn't really had a long fast, and I was doing a lot of stiff-legged deadlifts in my training at that time, and I actually did a set of 10 stiff-legged deadlifts, plates all the way to the floor, with 495. Oh, sorry, 405.
Oh, wow.
405, not 494.
Yeah.
405.
4 plates. It's
4 plates,
that's respectable.
And I was weighing 185, something like that.
Oh, man, double the body weight. Man, did you get those crazy hamstring cramps and adductor cramps in the evening after that?
No, I don't cramp.
Okay.
No. But we're taking lots of minerals. Yeah. Right. But that wasn't all I said. I wasn't getting anything else. But I kept that. So doing something like that, I think, is a good check. Especially to realize, if you've been at this, like if you're, let's say, someone who's been dabbling for a while, and you're like, I'm using a little bit of Tren and I don't sleep very well, you don't realize how awful you feel until you don't feel awful.
Yeah.